Throughout life's financial journey, an unexpected truth emerges. Most wealth is not built during youthful haste, but is cultivated after decades of patient accumulation. Sustainable wealth is not a game of luck, but the inevitable result of sharp knowledge, deep inner strength, altruistic thinking, and a relentless long-term spirit. Those who are willing to sow today and persevere in the shadows will be the ones to reap an abundant harvest at the brightest stage of life. This is not merely a story about money, but a blueprint for true freedom. Now, let's embark on the journey to master the timeless principles of building enduring wealth, where time and wisdom are your most loyal allies. The harsh truth about wealth after 40. The shocking financial reality is that up to 85% to 90% of a person's lifetime wealth is only truly accumulated after the age of 40. Many mistakenly believe that financial achievements will come early, but in reality, what they accumulate before 40 is merely a foundation. The 20s and 30s are the starting phase, but major results only appear after years of accumulating experience, competence, and relationships. Financial life is not a quick game, but a marathon of persistent building over a long time. Young people often fall into the illusion that just a few years of hard work will bring financial breakthroughs. Reality shows that money does not fall into the pockets of the impatient. Most truly valuable outcomes require long-term accumulation of skills, knowledge, and maturity. Great financial achievements are never overnight miracles, but the inevitable result of silent, continuous cultivation over decades, even when early results seem invisible. The difference lies in mindset. Successful individuals understand that the early years are for sowing, not harvesting. They patiently plant seeds of skills, knowledge, and experience and nurture them diligently. Failures are lessons, not defeat. Those who quit too early are those who expect immediate rewards. True financial success rewards those who endure the quiet growth stage, who care more about laying solid foundations than chasing short-term applause. In the journey of accumulating wealth, time plays the role of the most loyal companion. Time not only accumulates financial capital, but also cultivates skills, sharpens judgment, and strengthens decision-making ability. Those who use their youth to build a solid foundation will enter their 40s with a vast arsenal of capabilities, leveraging financial growth explosively. Those who waste their youth will struggle, as a weak foundation cannot sustain future challenges. Financial success after 40 does not come from luck, but is the cumulative result of years of hard labor. Every hour of diligent work, every new piece of knowledge acquired, and every failure overcome is a brick building a fortress of wealth. Wise individuals focus on careful sowing rather than seeking quick wins. The more experience, skills, and networks they accumulate before 40, the greater the opportunity for dramatic breakthroughs afterward. Just as farmers need multiple seasons to enrich the soil, the financial journey also demands years of cultivation. Seeds of knowledge, skills, and experience must be watered consistently with patience and sweat. Temporary droughts cannot discourage a true cultivator. Those who diligently care for their soil of knowledge will one day harvest a financial golden season. The journey to wealth rejects impatience and embraces steadfast faith in silent accumulation. Understanding that 90% of wealth comes after 40 helps young people release their anxiety and accept the long journey ahead. Instead of getting trapped by risky shortcuts, the wise focus on continuous learning, skill building, and expanding their vision. They patiently cultivate internal value, knowing that lasting success does not come from impulsive moves, but from a foundation strengthened through years of disciplined effort and resilience. Financial maturity is truly a slow and steady process. Every hour spent learning, every experience accumulated, and every accepted failure is a small but vital step toward great success. Financial success after 40 is a testimony to this endurance. Those who embrace this truth will no longer fear getting rich late, but will calmly and confidently build their personal fortress. When readiness aligns with opportunity, wealth will arrive as the natural reward for patient sowing. The irreversible law of sowing in finance. Just like an unchanging law of nature, financial accumulation must follow the process of sowing before harvesting. There can be no bountiful harvest without tilling, watering, and patiently waiting through countless days. Wealth works the same way. It does not arise overnight or from sudden leaps. It is born from silent efforts, wise choices, and relentless patience over time. Every desire for instant wealth is nothing but a dangerous illusion. Those who embrace the discipline of long-term cultivation understand that the richest rewards come not from rushing, but from building carefully, step by step. Today, many young people make a major mistake by thinking they can shortcut the process. The impatience to see immediate success often drives them into risky financial gambles. As a result, not only do they lose their money, but they also lose faith in their ability to build sustainable success. Understanding that every harvest requires patient sowing will help individuals act more wisely and calmly on their financial journey. Only those who trust the process and work quietly in the shadows will have the foundation strong enough to support abundant success later. Those who grasp the law of sowing act differently in their financial journeys. They are not obsessed with immediate results, but instead invest meticulously in every small detail of the process. Every skill refined, every experience gained, every failure endured becomes a precious seed. When the time ripens, these seeds will flourish into a forest of wealth, strong enough to withstand all market storms. Their wealth is not the product of luck, but the inevitable outcome of thousands of unseen hours of persistent, intentional cultivation. One major reason for failure is that most people only see the surface of other success without understanding the long struggle behind it. They are dazzled by the outcome, but blind to the silent years of learning, working, and enduring hardship. This illusion easily breeds discouragement when results do not appear instantly. If one truly understands that every significant success is a delayed harvest from a long season of sowing, they will stay steadfast, nurturing their own seeds without rushing or despairing along the way. The mindset of sowing in finance demands a strong trust in the law of time. A farmer would not dig up the soil every day to check if the seed has sprouted. Similarly, in finance, you must pour effort into building knowledge, skills, and relationships without obsessing over immediate results. Steadfast belief that today's labor will become tomorrow's fortune is the psychological armor of those who achieve lasting wealth. Faith, patience, and consistent nurturing are the fertilizers for the great trees of financial freedom. Conversely, a short-term mindset focused solely on immediate gains leads to reckless decisions. Those who rush into investments without thorough research or dive into risky ventures for quick profits often fall prey to their own impatience. Meanwhile, those who embrace the sowing mindset know that success always belongs to those who walk the slow but steady path, maintaining discipline with every step. True financial growth is built on foundations carefully laid with patience and wisdom, not on frantic leaps into uncertainty. Once you understand that sustainable financial success stems from silent, steady accumulation, you will learn to cherish the journey itself. Instead of anxiously waiting for the harvest, you will find joy in every step of learning, every improvement in skill, and every lesson from setbacks. Every small act of effort becomes part of the grand tapestry of wealth. By living this way, you do not just accumulate financial assets, but also inner strength, maturity, and genuine happiness rooted in personal growth and accomplishment. The law of sowing in finance teaches that no one can skip stages and still expect complete results. Everything sustainable requires time. Big trees need years to grow tall. Great financial empires need decades of quiet construction. When you truly accept this law, you will no longer panic at slow results. Instead, you will calmly and steadily walk your path, nurturing your financial seeds day after day. And one day, without warning, you will find yourself standing amidst a golden harvest born from the silent faith and effort you sowed all along. The map of wealth growth, expanding your inner capacity. An undeniable truth: a person's income is directly proportional to the development of their personal capacity. Those with greater capabilities earn higher incomes, while those who stagnate fall behind. The market rewards true value, not empty promises. This is why investing in yourself is more important than any financial investment. Without inner strength, no asset can be sustained, no matter how many opportunities arise. To truly build lasting wealth, the most crucial strategy is relentless personal growth, expanding both skills and mindset until your value becomes undeniable in any market environment. Personal capacity is like a water container. The larger the container, the more it can hold. Conversely, a small container remains limited no matter how much water you pour. The only way to increase your ability to accumulate wealth is to continuously expand your container through skill development, strategic thinking, and deep learning. No one can build sustainable wealth by clinging to limited abilities. Those who dedicate themselves to growing their inner capacity day by day will create an unshakable platform for future financial breakthroughs. Wealth does not arise spontaneously. It is the reward for those who continuously expand their limits. Those who refuse to learn will soon be left behind in the unforgiving currents of the market. Meanwhile, those who treat every day as an opportunity to grow, refine every skill, and extract lessons from every failure will quietly accumulate an invaluable treasure trove within. When capability reaches a critical mass, opportunities will naturally gravitate toward them, and wealth will follow as a logical, unstoppable consequence of accumulated strength. In today's rapidly changing world, personal capacity is no longer an optional advantage, it is a survival necessity. Those who learn fast, adapt quickly, and solve problems effectively will always lead. Instead of waiting for fortune to knock, wise individuals proactively enrich their skill sets, sharpen their minds, and prepare for the next wave of opportunities. Wealth does not flow toward wishful thinkers. It flows toward those with deep reservoirs of competence, strategy, and resilience, ready to turn any change into an advantage. Developing capacity must be seen as a long-term mission, not a short-term project. Every course completed, every skill mastered, every failure overcome is another brick in the fortress of future wealth. Successful individuals constantly ask, "What should I upgrade next?" They are never satisfied with past achievements, but relentlessly push their limits. It is this mindset of perpetual growth that creates not only sustainable careers, but also resilient financial empires that thrive across changing times. Building personal capacity extends beyond technical expertise. It includes soft skills like communication, negotiation, leadership, and creativity. Today's financial world demands multidimensional talents, those who can connect, persuade, and innovate. Investing in both hard and soft skills comprehensively is essential. Neglecting one for the other leads to imbalance. True mastery lies in the ability to integrate technical knowledge with human interaction, creating holistic value that the market deeply rewards. Balanced personal growth becomes a secret weapon for enduring financial success. It's important to understand that capacity does not maintain itself. It must be continuously refreshed and upgraded. Knowledge relevant today may be obsolete tomorrow. Skills valuable now may lose their edge in the future. Successful individuals are fully aware of this and take charge of their own evolution, updating themselves before external forces push them to. They view themselves as software, constantly improving, debugging, and evolving to remain competitive, effective, and valuable in any environment they face. In short, if you aim for exponential wealth after 40, your primary mission today is relentless capacity expansion. Investing in yourself is the safest, highest return investment you will ever make. When you possess a powerful internal foundation, deep knowledge, refined skills, strategic thinking, money, opportunities, and prosperity will naturally find you. Never cease learning, training, and upgrading yourself. The bigger your container of capability, the more abundance you will be able to capture and sustain for decades to come. The power of silent skill accumulation. Silent skill accumulation is a noble art, mastered only by those with true perseverance. For years, results may remain invisible and recognition absent, yet daily effort quietly strengthens the inner core. Just like a seed buried underground, growth occurs unseen, with roots silently extending deeper. Those who persistently hone their skills without external validation will unleash explosive breakthroughs when the time comes. Enduring the invisible phase of growth is what separates future champions from the majority who quit too early. The silent years are where real greatness is patiently forged, far from the spotlight. Society often glorifies visible outcomes while ignoring the long, silent journeys behind every success. Yet it is precisely those countless unseen hours, late nights studying, relentless practice, quiet persistence that form the foundation of true achievements. No instant glory can replace the power of deep, sustained effort. Every drop of sweat, every quiet battle with doubt, every skill refined without applause becomes an invisible asset, sharpening the individual into a formidable force, ready to thrive when opportunity finally appears. Patience in the shadows is the true preparation for the brightest moments of triumph. Those who crave instant validation often quit just before the breakthrough. In contrast, those who understand the value of silent accumulation accept loneliness, endure invisibility, and persist without guarantees. Mastery does not emerge after a few weeks of casual effort. It is the result of thousands of grueling hours of deliberate practice. Real strength lies not in the display, but in the unseen reservoir of skills and resilience built during the quiet years. True champions are forged far from the cheering crowds in the solitary trenches of patient labor. Building a skyscraper requires spending the majority of time laying deep foundations underground. Everyone eagerly awaits the first visible floor, but only those with wisdom understand that the deeper the foundation, the taller the tower can rise. Skill building works the same way. Those who willingly toil in obscurity, refining their craft beyond public view, are the ones who will eventually soar above the rest. Without strong roots, any superficial success will collapse. Silent cultivation is the non-negotiable price for long-lasting greatness. One of the clearest signs of true mastery is the ability to persist with small, repetitive tasks over a long period without losing enthusiasm. Masters do not seek applause for every improvement. They understand that excellence demands relentless refinement of the basics until mastery becomes second nature. Greatness is not an act of brilliance, but the cumulative result of disciplined repetition. While others lose motivation, true masters continue, fueled by an inner vision invisible to outsiders. Their quiet persistence eventually builds a fortress of skill no setback can destroy. The phase of silent skill accumulation tests character more than talent. Those chasing quick wins cannot endure the boredom of repetition and the absence of recognition. True builders view obscurity as a gift, a precious period to perfect their craft without pressure or distraction. They focus solely on getting better each day, without seeking approval. Their quiet confidence grows alongside their skills until the day they can no longer be ignored. They don't demand the spotlight, they command it through undeniable competence. Silent accumulation strengthens not only skills but also willpower, resilience, and mental toughness. Every time you refuse to quit after a setback, every time you push through another hour of tedious practice, you forge an inner strength that cannot be taught, only earned. Those who survive and thrive through this phase emerge with a depth of capability and character that makes them unstoppable. They are not merely successful, they are resilient architects of their own destiny, immune to the storms that destroy the unprepared. If you truly seek sustainable financial success after 40, there is no alternative but to embrace silent skill accumulation starting today. Forget about immediate recognition. Disregard the need for quick validation. Focus entirely on deepening your roots, strengthening your skills, and building your inner fortress. Only when the foundation is deep enough can you rise high enough to weather all storms. True wealth and enduring success are not born under flashing lights, but forged silently in the quiet trenches of relentless personal development. Knowledge, the only weapon that cannot be stolen. On the journey to wealth, the only thing that cannot be stolen or destroyed over time is knowledge. Money can be lost, assets can vanish, but what you truly understand and master within your mind remains forever yours. Knowledge is the only treasure even enemies cannot take away. Anyone who aspires to lasting financial success must first become the owner of a golden vault of personal knowledge. Without a solid base of understanding, all wealth is fragile. With it, you hold a key that opens endless doors to opportunity, regardless of external circumstances. True poverty does not stem from a lack of money, but from a lack of knowledge. A person without understanding cannot recognize opportunities even when they stand right before them. Lacking knowledge is like being blindfolded inside a treasure room. You are surrounded by riches, yet remain powerless to claim them. Therefore, investing in personal knowledge is not optional. It is essential for survival and growth. Those who prioritize continuous learning build invisible but unshakable pillars of wealth that support them through every season of life, while ignorance leaves others adrift and vulnerable. Knowledge is the master key that unlocks all doors. Those with broad vision gained from deep learning see paths to prosperity hidden from the masses. They analyze, predict, and make decisions with precision, while others guess blindly. Every book you read, every field you explore, every skill you hone becomes another weapon in your personal financial arsenal. True wealth builders view knowledge as their most critical asset, far surpassing any physical possession. The more you learn, the more tools you have to create, protect, and expand your fortune. Accumulating knowledge should be seen as a quiet revolution within yourself. No need for flashy displays. True strength grows silently. Day after day, small chunks of wisdom pile up to form an immovable foundation. Successful individuals know that every hour of reading, every moment of study, every deep conversation is laying bricks for their future empire. While others chase quick wins, they patiently stack knowledge, crafting an inner fortress that will withstand any external turmoil. The quiet builders of today are the invincible titans of tomorrow. The ability to learn continuously is among the greatest traits of sustainably wealthy individuals. They never grow complacent. Curiosity drives them to explore new ideas, challenge assumptions, and absorb fresh perspectives. In a world changing faster every day, outdated knowledge becomes a dangerous liability. Only those who relentlessly update and expand their minds maintain their competitive edge. True financial stability belongs not to those who know enough, but to those who stay hungry for wisdom and adapt faster than the tides of change. Investing in knowledge yields the highest returns with the lowest risk. Every meaningful book, every high-quality course, every insightful conversation compounds to expand your intellectual capital. The more you know, the more patterns you recognize, the more opportunities you detect, and the more problems you can solve. Wealth naturally gravitates toward those who offer superior solutions. A well-fed mind becomes a magnet for prosperity. Knowledge is the soil from which all other assets grow. A clear distinction separates successful people from those who fail: their relationship with knowledge. The unsuccessful often view learning as a chore to endure. The successful embrace it as a lifelong necessity. They pursue knowledge proactively, without waiting for crises to force them. Every new skill acquired, every insight gained becomes another rung on the ladder to greater wealth. While the passive stay stagnant, the learners climb higher, fueled by the unstoppable engine of curiosity and self-betterment. If you truly seek financial freedom after 40, begin today by investing in knowledge. Read more, learn faster, experience broader, expand your perspective, strengthen your intellect. Build an internal treasure so vast and deep that no external force can strip it away. When you are rich in knowledge, money becomes merely a reflection of your inner abundance. Wealth will no longer be a distant dream, but the natural fruit of your tireless commitment to lifelong learning and growth. True fortune starts in the mind, not in the wallet. Building multidimensional knowledge strength. In today's financial world, deep expertise alone is no longer enough. You need a broad foundation of multidimensional knowledge. The ability to connect different fields unlocks unique perspectives that allow you to spot opportunities invisible to others. Those who achieve sustainable wealth are not only masters of their profession, but also well-versed in economics, technology, psychology, and society. They can synthesize information across disciplines, crafting superior solutions and strategies. Expanding your knowledge across multiple dimensions transforms you into a pioneer, capable of navigating complex markets with a wisdom that few can match. Multidimensional knowledge helps you see the entire playing field, not just isolated pieces. Understanding crowd psychology helps you invest smarter. Understanding technology helps you anticipate industry disruptions. Understanding economics helps you predict market cycles. With broader knowledge, you stand atop a high mountain, seeing farther and clearer than those stuck in narrow views. You are no longer a pawn tossed about by rumors and emotions. You act strategically, grounded in comprehensive understanding. This wide-angle vision becomes an invaluable advantage, allowing you to seize opportunities others overlook and avoid pitfalls they cannot foresee. To build multidimensional knowledge, you must consciously step beyond your comfort zone. Do not just read what you already understand. Dive into unfamiliar subjects, challenge your assumptions, explore areas that initially seem irrelevant. Every new field you study adds a valuable puzzle piece to your overall framework. True breadth of knowledge is not acquired by surface-level skimming, but by a genuine hunger to understand the world more deeply and holistically. Each new perspective you gain enhances your ability to connect dots and create value across increasingly complex environments. Learning across disciplines also trains your mind to be flexible. Those who possess multidimensional knowledge adapt more easily when the world shifts. They do not panic during upheavals because they understand deeper patterns and principles. The ability to cross-link ideas from diverse fields enables creative problem-solving and strategic thinking. While others cling desperately to outdated models, you will innovate, pivot, and lead. In a fast-changing financial landscape, adaptability powered by broad knowledge is no longer optional. It is a decisive competitive edge that separates the resilient from the obsolete. Building multidimensional knowledge requires patience and strategy. You cannot scatter your efforts aimlessly. Start by mastering your core field, then branch into complementary areas. Expand systematically, layer by layer. This structured approach creates a knowledge system that is coherent, applicable, and powerful. Random fact collecting leads to confusion. Strategic knowledge building equips you with a toolkit ready for real-world challenges. Depth first, breadth second. Mastery and versatility combined create unstoppable momentum. In finance and in life, it is the well-rounded thinkers who consistently outperform and outlast their competition. In the process of expanding your knowledge, it is vital to maintain an open mind. Welcome differing opinions, seek out unfamiliar viewpoints. Challenge your long-held beliefs. Do not reject new ideas just because they unsettle your comfort zone. True growth happens at the edge of discomfort. Those who build enduring wealth understand that expanding knowledge is not merely about gathering information, it is about transforming one's worldview. By embracing intellectual humility and curiosity, you open yourself to insights that can elevate your financial strategies and unlock opportunities beyond your current imagination. Beyond personal study, actively cultivate a diverse network. Engage with individuals from different industries, backgrounds, and experiences. Every conversation, every collaboration exposes you to new ways of thinking. Instead of relying solely on your own limited perspective, you tap into the collective intelligence around you. The fastest way to build multidimensional knowledge is to surround yourself with a wide range of thinkers and doers. Those who master learning from others accelerate their growth exponentially. Connections and conversations often reveal hidden patterns and shortcuts that textbooks cannot provide. Multidimensional knowledge is the bedrock of sustainable wealth. When you possess a mind that is broad, flexible, and deeply informed, no disruption can topple you. You will spot opportunities early, adapt quickly, and innovate constantly. Financial assets can fluctuate, but intellectual assets only grow stronger over time. Starting today, commit to building a rich, wide-ranging body of knowledge. The broader your mind, the wider your opportunities. In an era of relentless change, multidimensional knowledge is not just an advantage. It is your ultimate shield and your surest sword on the path to enduring prosperity. Altruistic thinking and the economy of trust. On the path to sustainable wealth, there is an invisible but tremendously powerful principle, the economy of trust. Those who create trust naturally attract opportunities, resources, and high-quality relationships. Conversely, those driven purely by selfishness are eventually eliminated from the long game. Society consistently rewards those who live altruistically, deliver real value, and contribute to the greater good. Trust is the most resilient and valuable currency in any economy. Those who invest in building genuine trust accumulate an asset that multiplies opportunities far beyond what money alone could achieve. Altruistic thinking does not mean blind self-sacrifice. It means consciously creating value for others while also protecting your legitimate interests. When you learn to think from others' perspectives, you build not only empathy, but also deep, lasting connections. Those who master the art of giving strategically cultivate robust networks where mutual support, collaboration, and financial opportunities flow naturally. Giving without expectation sows seeds of goodwill that yield rich dividends in trust, reputation, and long-term success. In the economy of trust, personal reputation becomes your most precious, invisible asset. Reputation cannot be bought with money or built overnight. It is forged through thousands of small actions, keeping promises, treating others kindly, behaving with integrity even when no one is watching. A strong reputation attracts more deals, more partnerships, and more opportunities. It builds bridges where others see walls. When trust is your currency, you operate on a playing field that money alone cannot access, positioning yourself for sustainable financial growth. Altruistic thinking also broadens your vision beyond narrow self-interest. When you genuinely care about the greater good, you perceive more opportunities. You better understand market needs. You create products, services, and ecosystems that truly resonate with others. While selfish players remain trapped in short-sighted games, altruistic builders forge thriving financial ecosystems where everyone wins. In this larger vision, your personal wealth grows in proportion to the value you create for others, weaving a resilient foundation for lasting prosperity. Kindness is not weakness. It is one of the smartest long-term financial strategies. By helping others achieve their goals, you gain allies who help you reach yours. Relationships rooted in trust and generosity become powerful springboards for career and financial growth. When you give value without obsessing over immediate returns, you sow trust seeds that eventually bloom into expansive gardens of opportunity. Those gardens, tended with care and consistency, yield harvests that far exceed what transactional mindsets could ever achieve. Someone may have money today, but without trust, their wealth is unstable. Meanwhile, a person rich in trust can raise capital, attract partnerships, and mobilize resources without heavy reliance on their own funds. Trust forms an invisible but unbreakable bridge to enduring prosperity. Every time you act with integrity, every promise you fulfill, you strengthen that bridge. When financial storms come, those anchored by trust networks will survive and thrive while others struggle. In a volatile world, trust is the ultimate financial insurance policy. Altruistic thinking is also the antidote to isolation in the financial journey. Self-centered individuals are often isolated and cut off from opportunities. In contrast, those who share and collaborate sincerely expand their influence and access to resources. Knowing when to prioritize collective benefit over immediate personal gain builds an unshakable support network. When you value others' success alongside your own, you accumulate not just financial wealth, but trust, respect, and relationships that become priceless assets over time. Ultimately, to achieve sustainable wealth, you must evolve your thinking, from self-centeredness to altruism. Embrace a mindset that creates real value for others, building a personal economy of trust around you. Money may come and go, but trust and reputation endure, lifting you through every financial cycle. Altruism is not charity, it is the strategic sowing of seeds that bloom into lasting prosperity. In the end, what you build with trust will outlast what you chase with greed. Choose to build wealth on the strongest foundation: value, trust, and timeless contribution. The slow wealth rule, the intelligence to walk the long path. On the journey to wealth, wise individuals understand a profound truth. Real wealth is never built overnight. Just as a mighty tree requires decades to grow tall and strong, sustainable financial success demands years of patient cultivation. No shortcut can replace silent effort and enduring perseverance. Every small step, every quiet effort today lays the foundation for explosive results tomorrow. Those who embrace this slow, steady path are the ones who eventually reap harvests beyond imagination, while those seeking quick wins often falter before the true journey even begins. In a world obsessed with overnight success stories, many young people fall into the dangerous trap of impatience. Surrounded by tales of sudden millionaires, they expect instant results and rush into reckless gambles. But true financial achievements are built through long, invisible marathons of learning, working, and persisting. Those who internalize the slow wealth rule stay calm, focusing on deep cultivation instead of flashy illusions. They understand that fortune favors the patient, that greatness comes not from bursts of luck, but from relentless dedication over time. Understanding the power of compound growth is the key to unlocking sustainable wealth. Compounding does not only apply to money, it applies to skills, relationships, and wisdom. Every small investment of effort compounds over time into massive, exponential returns. Those who consistently nurture their financial gardens, even when the fruits are not yet visible, eventually witness unimaginable growth. Success is not a dramatic leap, but the cumulative result of countless invisible deposits made with faith, discipline, and patience. On the long path, your greatest enemy is not external competition. It is your own impatience. Doubt, fatigue, and comparison with others can tempt you to give up prematurely. Wise individuals recognize that each person walks a unique path. They do not measure their journey by others' timelines. Instead, they stay focused on daily, disciplined growth, trusting that every small improvement compounds into massive momentum over time. The long path belongs to those who master themselves first. A key trait of those who succeed financially is their ability to celebrate tiny progress. They do not wait for massive breakthroughs to feel encouraged. They find joy in each step forward, however small. They understand that excellence is not a sudden event, but the result of consistent, incremental effort. While others despair at slow progress, they continue with quiet conviction. Over time, their small daily victories accumulate into an unstoppable force that transforms their entire financial landscape. The slow wealth rule teaches that daily positive habits matter far more than any flashy investment scheme. Those who save consistently, invest wisely, and upgrade their skills steadily will build massive wealth over decades. Meanwhile, those chasing shortcuts often lose both time and capital. True success favors the steady, the disciplined, and the patient. Life rewards those who quietly water their gardens every day, not those who try to summon harvests overnight with desperate moves. Those who understand the slow wealth rule live by a simple creed. Today better than yesterday, tomorrow better than today. They embrace continuous improvement in every aspect: skills, mindset, strategy, and resilience. Every small upgrade is a brick laid in the foundation of their financial fortress. They know that even if progress is slow, moving in the right direction guarantees eventual triumph. Quiet, steady, and strategic. These are the hallmarks of those who ultimately claim financial freedom. Ultimately, lasting wealth is reserved for those who accept the long path. They trust the process even when rewards are invisible. They persist without applause. They resist the seduction of shortcuts. Their financial success is not a matter of chance, but a direct result of compounded effort over time. Every patient step, every faithful sowing becomes part of a grand destiny. Wealth does not belong to those who hurry. It belongs to those who endure. Walk steadily, build patiently, and know that the harvest will come at the appointed time. Building inner strength before 40. The ultimate mission. Before the age of 40 is the golden phase for building inner strength. This is not the time to demand immediate results, but the period to invest relentlessly in knowledge, skills, mindset, and resilience. What you cultivate during the first 20 years of your career will define the next 40. If you waste this precious time chasing short-term outcomes, you will lack the foundation for future financial breakthroughs. Accumulating inner strength before 40 is not optional. It is a non-negotiable mission for anyone who dreams of enduring, transformative wealth. Inner strength cannot be borrowed or bought. It is forged through countless hours of study, every failure endured, and every skill relentlessly sharpened. A person with strong inner foundations remains steady amidst market chaos. They are not afraid of losing a job or facing economic downturns because their value is irreplaceable. Meanwhile, those without solid inner strength are easily replaced and swept aside as the tides shift. In the game of life, true security lies not in what you own, but in who you have become. Before 40, focus on building the 4 pillars of inner strength: deep professional expertise, quick adaptability, sharp financial thinking, and strong self-leadership. These 4 elements form the blueprint for standing out in a crowded world. Those who invest comprehensively in these dimensions will not just make money, they will grow it, protect it, and multiply it. Every small investment in these pillars before 40 lays a sturdy launchpad for explosive growth in the decades that follow. During this critical period, forget about showing off superficial achievements. Instead, double down on building what cannot be seen: solid knowledge foundations, relentless work ethic, adaptability, and visionary thinking. These are the invisible assets that no market crash or external event can destroy. When your inner core is strong enough, success will flow naturally. Opportunities will find you without frantic chasing. It is the strength hidden from public view that ultimately determines how high you can soar. The brutal truth is, if you fail to accumulate inner strength before 40, you will struggle desperately afterward. As health declines and competition intensifies, only those with deep foundations can continue rising. Those who neglected this crucial phase will find themselves gasping for air, vulnerable to being sidelined. This is why the years before 40 must be seen not as a time to harvest, but as a time to dig, plant, and strengthen relentlessly, preparing for the battles ahead. Building inner strength is not a glamorous journey. It demands patience, sacrifice, and the ability to endure long periods of obscurity. Most people will not notice your efforts, and that is perfectly fine. You do not need early applause. Your mission is simple: be better today than you were yesterday. Inner strength is built silently, day after day, layer by layer. One day when storms hit, you will stand firm, drawing from a reservoir of resilience that no one else can see, but everyone will feel. Remember, material wealth may come and go, but inner strength endures. With deep knowledge, refined skills, sharp thinking, and unbreakable resilience, you will never fear the future. Even if you lose money, you will regain it. Even if you fall, you will rise stronger. Inner strength is your ultimate shield in an unpredictable world. It is not luck, but personal mastery that creates true, lasting prosperity. Those who invest in themselves before 40 become architects of unshakable financial empires afterward. In short, before the age of 40, prioritize building inner strength over chasing short-term glory. Invest in learning, skill building, mindset cultivation, and visionary development. Accept the years of silent grinding without craving immediate rewards. With a deep enough foundation, success will become inevitable. It will not come by luck. It will be the natural result of deliberate, relentless effort. Build yourself into someone who cannot be ignored. True wealth is reserved for those who first master themselves, then master the world. Shaping a sustainable wealth mindset. To achieve true wealth, the most crucial task is to reshape how you perceive assets. Wealth is not merely money or real estate. True assets are your ability to create value, your problem-solving skills, your accumulated knowledge, your relationships, and your earned reputation. Those who only focus on their bank balances build fragile wealth. Those who invest in themselves create wealth that cannot be taken away. Real assets reside within you, not in what you own. When you build inner strength, material abundance will naturally follow and multiply over time. A sustainable wealth mindset requires you to look beyond immediate numbers. It is about building solid foundations that generate long-term, self-sustaining cash flow. Wise individuals do not chase quick profits. They focus on establishing systems, assets, and networks that grow and renew themselves over decades. They understand that stability is more important than speed. They prioritize lasting value over short-lived gains. Their patience and strategic thinking create financial ecosystems that thrive independently, weathering every market storm with resilience. In reality, all enduring wealth is built upon strong foundations of value. A magnificent house needs a sturdy foundation. A powerful financial life needs a deep internal base. No shortcut can replace years of careful construction. Those who focus on deep, solid preparation emerge with wealth structures capable of withstanding time and turbulence. True success is not built on flashy moves, but on quiet, disciplined effort, sustained over years, brick by brick, principle by principle, until greatness becomes inevitable. A sustainable wealth mindset demands calmness amid short-term turbulence. Markets will fluctuate, opportunities will come and go, but those grounded in real value stay composed. They do not chase trends. They continue nurturing their systems and capabilities patiently. They trust the inevitable upward trajectory created by solid, invisible work. Their wealth grows like a tree, steadily, silently, powerfully, while others ride emotional roller coasters. In a world obsessed with speed, they win by anchoring themselves to timeless fundamentals and resisting the panic of the crowd. Another core element of sustainable wealth thinking is long-term vision. Those fixated on quick wins inevitably sabotage themselves. True builders are willing to sacrifice small, immediate rewards to secure larger, lasting victories. They plan in decades, not days. They prioritize strategic endurance over short-lived excitement. They understand that slow, steady, thoughtful building yields treasures that outlast generations. Every move they make is a step toward the future. They are deliberately engineering, not a random bet placed on fleeting trends. Sustainable wealth also demands constant renewal of oneself. Yesterday's knowledge may become obsolete tomorrow. Yesterday's skills may lose their edge. Those who remain financially resilient are those who embrace continuous learning, adaptation, and innovation. They see themselves not as finished products, but as evolving platforms. They update, upgrade, and reinvent themselves long before external pressures force them to. Personal renewal keeps them ahead of the curve, enabling them to create, lead, and thrive while others stagnate. Creating sustainable wealth requires focusing on value creation for others. Markets reward those who solve real problems, meet real needs, and create real improvements in people's lives. The more value you deliver, the stronger and more sustainable your wealth becomes. Those who build selfishly, focusing only on personal gain, eventually plateau or collapse. But those who align their wealth-building efforts with service to others tap into an endless, regenerative source of prosperity. In giving, they receive far more than they could ever imagine. A sustainable wealth mindset is not about chasing fast money. It is about committing to long-term value creation, relentless personal growth, and strategic patience. Build yourself into a person who generates unstoppable value. Construct your financial life on deep foundations that grow stronger with time. Choose substance over flash, depth over speed. True wealth is not seized, it is earned, cultivated, and patiently expanded. When you align your mind, actions, and vision with these principles, financial success becomes not a question of if, but only of when. Sustainable wealth does not come from luck or impulsiveness, but from years of silently cultivating knowledge, inner strength, and true value. Every drop of sweat today is a green seed for tomorrow's abundant harvest. When you persistently accumulate, develop your capabilities, expand your awareness, and live altruistically, wealth will naturally find its way to you as an inevitable outcome. It will no longer be a distant dream, but a rightful reward for your unwavering journey. Start today, sow seeds of knowledge, nurture your inner strength, and trust that the future will shine brighter than you ever imagined. Wealth is a journey, not a miracle.